Hi Taurus, hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to my channel. Thank you for joining me, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Taurus Tarot reading. Taurus Love Tarot, love reading, channeled love messages. A reading where we're going into their thoughts and feelings, intentions, what you might need to know or don't see coming. Is anyone making a move? Let's take a deep dive and see what is coming through today, Taurus. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what we need to see for Taurus. Please show us the cards. Aho. Judgment is here. Let's see what this is bringing in today. The High Priestess is in reverse. The Three of Wands is in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles is in the upright. The Star is in reverse. It's already coming through, really. The Magician in reverse. Somebody's avoiding a conversation. I feel like there is a final decision energy that's coming through here. Seven of Wands is in reverse. Eight of Cups. Wow, yeah. It's in reverse here with the Star. Major Arcana, bigger picture energy. That's Aquarius energy, by the way. Eight of Cups. Pisces. This reversal energy. Is somebody finally ready to talk? It feels like there is a final decision kind of energy going on. Yeah, things are stuck. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And it's around the Ten of Pentacles. So this is a long-term energy. Have you built a life? Have you been building it? Has it been on the table? That's what is stuck. Perhaps it's a particular level, but a conversation around it seems to have grown quiet or stagnant. Somebody has pulled away. And if you're not talking at all, it's like not responding sort of energy. But it could also just be around each other, should that be the case. The Wheel of Fortune, you're in this energy, Taurus. And this reversal energy is a pretty strong validation for me that things are kind of stuck. It means we're still in the Hermit energy. That's a Virgo energy. Wow, around getting clarity. For a lot of you, it's about marriage. The person that you've been waiting on. A choice. A move you've been waiting for them to make. Yeah, there's also an energy of that for me in the Queen of Pentacles, my protege to the Empress, which is your energy. Around literally the heart and maybe even again the home. An energy around long-term is strong for me today. The Four of Wands can come through as a marriage card, and it did come through in the sense that I feel like things have been delayed or kind of falling apart. The conversations need to be had. Four of Wands is in reverse, and it's right in between the Three of Wands in reverse, and again, the Queen of Pentacles. You know, able to make things work that were not working, a very resourceful energy around that. And it is coming in with the Eight of Cups in reverse, so I do feel like the intention is really good. You know, it feels like it's good around this person. It doesn't feel... Yeah, it doesn't feel the opposite, put it that way. Seven of Cups is in reverse. Interesting, because that is an energy for me around some commitment issues and somebody who's been like blowing off a conversation or who has been afraid to make a choice. Now we could be looking at, for some of you here with our Six of Cups, we could be going back into the past. Also with Judgment, it's pretty validating. But I want to validate it can also be around where you've been and what's been happening and maybe other people around you. It's not necessarily just here's somebody from the past coming in. It can be. What's really more important around here is somebody's thinking about everything that's been going on and the lack of communication. Yeah, and the energy, the reunion energy that is around this Six of Cups is pretty strong, I feel like, around a conversation. And if you are around each other already, or you can see each other, it definitely could be at that wedding or at that gathering Because there's clarity here. Yeah. It's also for you. So it's like the person that you've been waiting on. Justice is here. Oh my gosh. Do you want to anymore? Wow. This is really validating as well. It's the Six of Swords in reverse. It's sort of like, I haven't moved on, but if this is not a possibility, or we're not going to have this conversation, or it's never going to be a possibility, then I don't want to wait. And it's also a Mercury energy, and it's really strong for me today that it's like a really long delay in a conversation that really needs to be had. Also, the truth here in Justice. My initial energy, some initial energy that came in was, yeah, maybe even Justice of the Peace. Now that's super specific for those of you that it connects with. I think you just know, you know, again, in connecting to conversations that are being had, sort of like joining everything together. So there might be some financial reasons for that, you know, if it's around moving in or marriage. But what's really strong here is the truth and a decision. We're also seeing what's hidden here in the High Priestess, which is the truth. Another major arcana, Cancer energy, divine feminine energy, and it's a blocked energy. It's kind of, yeah. It's a much bigger picture of the Seven of Cups in reverse, because that is clarity coming. And so it's also like, all right, if you don't want to go this direction, however far back this goes for you, then I may not want to wait anymore. That's kind of the feeling that I have there. With that, I need the truth. And this Page of Swords is holding on to it. Can be like an immature kind of energy, student sort of energy. But that sword is transactional. That's clarity in the relationship. That's truth. It's communication. Page, our messenger here. It's like, you're holding on to it, but I need this truth. And this is what is definitely coming here. Final decision, energy, judgment, and justice. And obviously it goes without saying for you, however long this has been on or off or paused or whatever, maybe even coming from the past, there is that energy for you of being honest with yourself and getting clarity and making a final decision. Which is also really validating for me with our Seven of Wands in reverse, because it's kind of like, yeah, okay, I'll hear you out. The bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh my gosh, and look where it is. It's here, the Ten of Pentacles in the upright, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. A very specific message for those of you that it's been platonic and or physical. And wanting to know, is there a future? It's right here with the Ten of Pentacles, which is a really long-term kind of energy, a new cycle, because things have definitely been stuck. The Ten of Swords is in reverse. It's an apologetic energy there. So for some of you, it might be that you've been in that energy, and this is somebody coming in further back here from the past, because there is an apology there. It's also a new beginning. The swords falling out. So what has been going on or happened? As I say that, the Death card is here. This is the thing about it. It's major arcana, next level in terms of the Six of Swords in reverse, because it's like I'm still here, but I may not be. That's the other thing, because when you go into the Death card, you're coming out of the Hanged Man, and that's indecision. It's uncertainty. It's a kind of like an only time will tell, and you get out of there. It's around timing for me. And you go into the Death card and you make some major changes. And you either remove or change what needs to be for things to move forward, or you move forward and you leave something behind. It definitely has that feeling like, yeah, oh my gosh. This is what I want. I know what I want. What do you want? Two of Swords in reverse. Kind of confusion, more validation around indecision in their head. In your head. And it's literally about this. Look, the King of Pentacles. Upright, right here with the Queen of Pentacles. You're both here. It's around a slow moving, but commitment, long-term energy. Again, what that translates to for you specifically is for you specifically. It's not going to be the same as the next person. But we have you both here. And that's also, I just want to validate, not even about the signs or the gender. You know, take what resonates, but it's about the energy. And the counterpart is here. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Getting out of this indecision. Knowing what you want and being clear about that, being honest with yourself, but also this person being honest with you. The Knight of Cups is here. Here's the interesting thing about the Knight of Cups today. It's a Scorpio energy, by the way. It's wanting to go right here with our Knight of Wands in reverse. So if there is sort of a, what do they say, the White Knight kind of energy, Princess, Prince Charming kind of energy here with the Knight of Wands in reverse, that it's been physical or platonic. It's like, okay, I want to know. Don't sweet talk me. Like, how do you feel? And that's the other thing. There can be proposals in here. And I'm looking here at you, Justice and Judgment and Knight of Cups, King and Queen of Pentacles, that if you've been waiting for somebody to propose, or that's been part of the equation, it could definitely be here. Even a wild hair idea of let's go to the Justice of the Peace. This is just like one of these readings today that just has been a slow burn, kind of. It's like really been revealing itself. The Two of Cups is here. Venus and Cancer energy, Taurus, you love each other. And I'm wondering if that energy that I just brought through, that you're waiting for this person to make a final decision, if they are. Some of you are waiting for, expecting, or maybe you're not, might be getting, coming out of like what? Nowhere, perhaps a proposal. If you want to know, I got to tell you, it's clear about the feelings that have been hidden, or the feelings even about marriage. And the High Priestess in reverse, the Truth and Justice in the upright is that they love you and want a life with you. And I got to tell you, this is also an energy. It can be for sure. And it's just the way it's aligning today of marriage, a marriage proposal. Oh my gosh, yeah, the future, which requires life-changing decisions, which is here in the World card in the upright. What have the obstacles been? Because it's getting past them. It's the end of the cycle. It's moving toward the Fool. A new path forward. Here, somebody, again, in the Ace of Swords in reverse, getting out of their head here, man. Why am I talking like that? But getting out of their head and making this decision, because I feel like, yeah, it's like I'm ready. This is a timing energy for me. And again, it's like somebody's been ready, somebody hasn't been, maybe somebody available, somebody not. But it's really heavy here on, for a lot of you, of this person wanting to, or just coming in quickly, either bringing it up or even proposing. But it definitely feels like that's a heavy energy around what a lot of you, where you were heading or what you're waiting for. Because this also completes the picture here, and that is life-changing decisions, getting closer to soulmate energy, true purpose. That can also include family energy, which is strong in the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. So that was a turning point in itself. Let's take a look at some oracle today, which I'm not reading in reverse. I also want to remind you that if you hear, see, or suspect my content here at the Tarot Closet, anywhere but here at the Tarot Closet on my verified channel on YouTube, it means somebody is taking it. Sometimes there is a static video that doesn't change, and there's a voice that doesn't belong to anyone, if you know what I mean. But you hear just enough, and you go, yeah, that's like Chris's reading style. Yeah, it probably is. send me the email. It's in the video description, also the About Me page. And for those of you that have, thank you. As well as other platforms, there is one that we're very aware of. They just are a little slower, but that's already being taken care of. Dawn is here. The sun is coming up, a new cycle, the sun. What's being revealed? That's been in the dark, in the moon. The feelings. And what is the energy around decision? Because there's a lot of indecision, again, around this person. But I feel like it's also creating some indecision probably for you, because it does feel like somebody is waking up and getting clarity and making this decision. So it might throw you for a loop. An emotional distance that's been here. I mean, Eight of Cups in reverse. There could be a literal distance. That's the other thing with the World card. Sometimes it can indicate some distance, maybe even you could say worlds apart, but some travel energy. Trust is here. Are there trust issues? Has something been going on? Clearly something's going on. But it's also connecting me to justice. I would say also trusting yourself, because that's in the energy of the High Priestess, which we want to get upright, you know. Trusting yourself, your intuition, your gut instincts. These are your guardian angels. Yeah. Communicating with yourself, with your higher self, with Source, what that means for you, God, Goddess, the universe, the divine, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. But this is also about the conversation here that has been clearly delayed, held back, postponed, whatever. It's going down, and I can see you've literally been waiting for it. Actually, it's going here on Judgment. And this is what it's about. My gosh, Taurus, commitment. As you can see, it shows our two crows here. They both have like little blueberries, and they're right over a nest. So whether that's around moving in or getting more serious from platonic and or physical, marriage, family, you know, you build a nest together. It's life together. It could be literal home together. They're both here. They're sharing their berries, commitment. I mean, as we talked about what you're talking about after communication, it came through. And it's here on the Queen and the King of Pentacles. And the Two of Cups. In the last two, yeah, somebody is holding on to this button. As you can see, it says gifts. The button belongs on something, a bag, a piece of clothing, and it's like a token, but it's also, where does that need to be sewn on? That's a mending energy, like you sew it back on, healing. And it's here with creativity, and you can see our crow is holding on to a paper clip. Sometimes I say safety pin, it's a paper clip. And they're trying to get that shrimp look. That's connecting me with some magician energy as well, like getting really focused here and getting that out. Like somebody here definitely is ready to have this conversation. If not, is just going to come out and make some kind of wild, impulsive offers, performing in some impulsive actions, you know, like showing up perhaps. I'm wondering if there would even maybe be a scene. Really specific kind of reading today, but boy, did it come through. I'm going to bring in some little tarot closet love messages. Higher self energy, Taurus. The bottom of the deck. Give me time. I'm waiting for the right time. Trying to figure it out. Sun is coming up. That's the sun energy. It's a possibility for happiness, a new cycle, revealing what's in the moon. Like, this is what I want, like a successful kind of energy. It's right above the creativity, figuring it out. Interesting. Don't give up on us. I feel your energy. That's right there on the Two of Cups. The connection. Yeah, as I say that, you are my other half. The soulmate energy. By the way, Taurus, there are elephants in our Two of Cups here today, and astrologically speaking, zodiac-wise, they are Taurus. There's 2 of them here with their trunks in the upright, which is a very lucky, you could say positive kind of energy. The connection is extremely clear, and the love between you, you can see the water here flowing between the 2 cups. I mean, that's just not even a question. I care too much what people think. What has that been about? And I have so many regrets around that. It's kind of Hierophant energy. My world changed when I met you, Taurus. It's right here, literally on the world card, which is next to the 2 of Cups. Please wait for me. Now that feels like a please wait for me to be ready for sure, because you are the love of my life. And I will never give up on us. I'm sorry I ran. Is somebody running from the conversation about it more? It's definitely an energy that's been coming through. You are so beautiful. The last channel, the love message. I love you. I think it's going beyond the truth of what's being hidden in the High Priestess in reverse and revealed in justice, but it is here if that's what you wanted to know. The very end of the reading, but it's also already been clear here. I love you. You are the love of my life. It's here on the 2 of Cups and the commitment energy, the commitment card. Beautiful Taurus, thank you for joining me at the Tarot Closet today. I'll see you next time.